Hello, world. Let's resume clearing purple stake, hopefully across all decks. Yesterday we struggled mightily with the black deck, and it wasn't very fun, so we're skipping. I'm going to try to do the rest of them, and maybe we'll come back to black deck. So let's try magic deck. Start with Crystal Ball and 2 copies of the Fool. Which kind of means I want to find a direction to go in, and then Arcana probably from the pack to copy, and like turn a whole lot of cards into one suit, or maybe make a whole lot of copies of one enhanced card, or I guess not a whole lot, 2 extra copies of an enhanced card. And that's all hypothetical until we get that far. So let's go. Well, this is a weird start, but let's go for it. Let's go for some Arcanas to Fool, possibly. I guess I'll take a Judgment. Red card. And do we go for flushes? If I exclusively target cards in a particular range, like say 5 through 7, or maybe it has to be a slightly wider range, like 5 through 10. I get a whole bunch of extra copies of diamonds in that range. Will straight flushes become likely? Let's go for that. Just because it's something to target. We'll take a bunch of free stuff if we can get past the boss. 5 through 10 inclusive. Five, 6, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're kind of hitting my hopeful strategy from the get-go. We'll see if it continues. Free stuff. Runner, Scary Face. Oh, the runner's eternal. I have instinctively skipped the runner really hard originally, but I think I'm pushing for a strategy that can end up with a bunch of straights. Feels like a risk, but I'm going for it. Another straight-oriented Joker. Okay. I guess we'll play a full house if we're holding it. 0 chips. 5, 6, 9, 10. Now you want a full house, huh? It's only $4 and it's more malt regardless of anything else. So if it's easy, I want a full house. Make a whole bunch of straights. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's losing me the 8, but I gotta play something for points. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Yeah, so the problem with the runner is that straights are kind of difficult to make. But if you can make them 15 chips each time, it's a big increase. Minus 1 hand size. What do you want now? 3 of a kind. 6, 7, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 10. There's 8 in 41. It's a little worse than 1 out of 5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got it. Straight flush. I just really need the deck manipulation to make that more likely. Destroy all jokers or enhanced numbered cards. Probably be good. What are you going to take? King. Think of hearts. Six, 7, 9, 10. Plan on making a straight. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Basically, I have to pull an 8 for this to work, which is an inside straight, which I shouldn't do. So now 8 would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 4 would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 8 cards now. almost a flush, but not quite. Is that good enough now? Not really. 10 jack. Oh. Lucky pole. I do not want spades. Flush is a decent backup because I'm diamond heavy. Diamond heavy. Even more so. Out of 55, very nearly half diamonds. Lose $1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Straight is still at level 1. Diamonds, please. There we are. 5, 6, 8, 8, 9. King, queen. Let's see. If I get a 10 and a jack, I'd have straight flush. Or straight something. Just holding on, could use some better something. Please, something good? Yeah, it's not that great. Pair, straight. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is nearly a straight flush. So I'll play the pair for money. Toss out all of that with to try to draw 4, 9. Hopefully in diamonds. Hey. That will definitely do us in 1, right? $9,700, yes. So let's try to make a pair. Jack 10, 3, 2. Let's try to pull a Jack 10 with 2 discards. Hey. That'll make me $5. Pulled a pair of 9s before this for another $5. only thing I've really got to death would be an enhanced 6 of the wrong suit. Don't want spades. Another hermit wouldn't be the worst. Oh, it's a turn. I'm not going to take it. Five, 7. For money, we'll do that. We'll do the 10s. Six, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, jack. It's going to be nearly impossible to pull another 8, so I'd have to specifically get Queen King to make a straight out of that 9, 10 jack. I'm going to risk it and go for the money anyways. Couple thousand and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack. That makes it straight. Should score well-ish. And close to a flush. Some other parts. Last hand, I need 4,000 points. $80 plus 120 times 10 plus 8. 3,600 is not enough. Oh, plus chips for the cards. Gets us to 4,300, which is still not quite enough. I need to pull a better diamond than 6. No, I can't pull a better diamond. It's good enough. Let's hope for the best. I don't think that's enough. I was too aggressive on the full houses. Let's see if I've done the math correctly or not. I did. Look how close. But yet, so far. Oh well. 10, 20, 39 is not quite enough. Do it in one. I shouldn't have done that. I'm just going to assume I'm not going to make it and take a pair. See, I didn't get a single diamond. Got one diamond. Low diamonds. Yeah, not quite 300. Now look at this mess. Do we make nines? Make enhanced nines? That'll last me for a while. See, did quite a bit. Negative pareidolia. Everything's a face card, so I really need, well, something to go with this. I guess like smiley face photograph. Don't know what I'm making yet, so I'll just go for interest for now. Hearts, please. Only one. That must be a heart. And everything else is clubs or diamonds. Please, please be a heart. Yeah, it could be like a 2 of clubs is already gone, or 3 of clubs, and then those are all diamonds, but oof, it's basically a 50-50 shot, and not enough. I know that's a king or a queen. I know that's a queen or a jack. If I play these 5, that's 2 pair. That's about all I can do. Ugh. Definitely got money to spend. Need some of this money. Scary face. 30 chips for every card. A few times for the first one. I can go for flushes easily. I can't do much of anything else here. Besides money. Yeah, I guess money it is. Again, not much but money. So we're rich. maybe. Diamonds, please. Got one. Diamonds, please. Got a bunch. We're going for the flushes. Let's take anything fancy to choose a suit to go towards. Oh, nope, blue seal. Now instead the fool will be for any enhances 2 cards. Kind of like to make 9s or evens. Empress. In spades. Clubs. Diamonds. Diamonds are the rightmost thing always. So the easiest to find. Or more diamonds. Almost half diamonds. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hmm. Give up you. Oh, I had a slot. Oh, because you're negative. Oh well. I'll take you then as well. Clubs are pretty rare, so I don't care, boss. And somehow you found all the important clubs. Could have made a pair. Oh well. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd lose half of these diamonds and I'd gain probably not diamonds. That was 9,000. If I can make 2 pair 3 times, I'm golden, aren't I? I plan on making flushes anyways, but I can't make too many of them. Vampire food. Decrease level. Oh man. Oh, excuse me, couldn't find the button fast enough to mute that. Let's see, if I make one flush, level 4, it's not going to be 80 by 10 though, it's going to be less. Let's call it 65 by 8. Plus 30 times 7 chips. Plus 8, 8, 10, 10. Other chips plus 15 times 1.4. Oh, plus 10. It's only 14,000. It's going to D-level flush every time. Oh. Oh boy. I mean, I feel like I must have done that math wrong. Because this was... No, I skipped that. That was pretty trivial to get, but this is double that. Oh, well, now it's going to be times 1.6. Instead, that's still not very much. If I pull the 9 king of diamonds, it'll be a straight flush instead. Which might do it in one. Nope. I hate this boss so much. Let's hope I did some math wrong. I don't want to level flush down. Ugh. No, I didn't do math wrong. If I did, I got too high on my estimate. Oof. No discards, not much of anything in hand. Not even much of anything to draw into. Wow, this went south so fast. Guess I shouldn't have skipped in ante 5, or I should have something else. Guess I go for a flush. De-leveling flush is less bad than completely failing. Although it is really bad. There might not be enough points. Anyways. Oh, it was. What a crappy negative joker. Oh, I need to replace you with something better. Eight of 53, more than half diamonds now. I mean, you're already providing so many chips. Foil isn't the most exciting, but I guess I'll take it. 60,000 is going to be a struggle. 90,000 is going to be a huge struggle, even though I want free stuff. I'm going to hope the shop provides. Level 1 full house, huh? Level 3 flush is better. Could have done that. Oh well. Give me something lucky here. No. Not really. Two diamonds gone, low diamonds. 3 non-diamonds gone. $16 malt. Kinda need malt. So I want to look to keep destroying cards, apparently. I should have taken that voucher this time. Risky, but I'll go for it. Good. Haven't found a synergy with Paradolia, have I? Oh, so close to a flush house. Nice. Fancy diamond. I'll take steel. Wow, that's a lot of not diamonds. It's a lot of debuffed diamonds. Anti-17. Wow, how did you do that? Also, good afternoon, Green Heroes. I've only ever made it to 14, and that felt amazing. Making trillions of points at a time. Oh! Paradolia and Faceless Joker are a wonderful synergy. Every discard makes me money. As long as it's got 3 cards in it. Barren Mine, Brainstorm, and Blueprint. And another mine. Whoa. Hey, Shop Monkey. Good afternoon to you as well. I'll take spectral cards, yes. Although, fortune teller, but still. Let's hold you until I can enhance something and duplicate it. Not like this. Definitely don't want to destroy jokers. Definitely don't want to add cards to the deck, especially random ones. Don't want spades either. I'll just use you for the fortune teller to do next to nothing. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, certificate has utility, but not infinite utility. $36. Extra large blind. Oh my. Yeah, strengthening a 2 or a 4 into a king. That's basically never going to happen. How is this? Well, I guess it's only half. 15, 19. No, over half. Well over half. Diamonds. And yeah, 1, 2, 3 diamonds is what I drew. Plenty hands. I think I'm gonna spend my discard for money just because I can afford it. Of course, yeah, I got more diamonds. Plasma deck. Oh, whoa. Well, is that better or worse? I mean, you want a lot of chips on plasma deck, but there's not a lot of way to scale really making lots of chips. That almost makes it more impressive. Golden Death until I find an enhancement I can make. So I can duplicate enhanced something with it. Preferably that gold seal. Huh. Kind of feel like in Plasma Deck I would never sell Square Joker, but I can see how that initial impulse might not be perfect. Photograph with Pareidolia, Chad. What do I toss? Foil Scary Face, 2736 malt. So if I'm scoring, call it 150, and that gives me 7 times 30, that's 200, it's like a times 2.5. Whereas I'm scoring 12-ish malt, that's like times 3 and better. That will scale, so I guess I'm selling the Scary Face. Happy to hear from you guys. If I'm gonna buy the photograph because I've got Hanging Chad and Pareidolia, that feels like a no-brainer. Do I sell the foil Scary Face, Fortune Teller at 27, which will scale, or the Erosion at 36, which could scale? Yeah, I'm leaning Scary Face because I think it's currently the least value, and it doesn't scale, but these two do scale. Well, scales the slowest is Scary Face because it's just fixed. These two, it's hard to say. Erosion probably scales slower because it's pretty difficult to remove cards from your deck, but Taros will come plenty. Also, while we're thinking, I've got a little bit of a fun story to tell. I've been walking mostly for exercise for a while. Today, it's one of the first days where it's actually getting to be kind of nice again after being really cold for a while. I ran into a lost dog on my walk home. There was a phone number on the collar, and I called and nobody answered. Eventually, I managed to walk that dog home with me the rest of the way. I was at like the farthest point away from my home in the loop. But after calling and then trying to walk the dog home, and it slipped out the collar, and then I felt even more forced to chase it to at least get the collar back on, even if I was going to give up at that point. Managed to get the dog home, call more times, text, no answer. And then like 90 minutes after my first phone call, like an hour after I got home, somebody just showed up in my backyard calling for a dog. And it was them, and they had an AirTag, I guess. And instead of calling me back, they decided to just use the AirTag. But hey, the dog made it to their owners, at least. Okay, Scary Face, farewell. I'm buying an eternal photograph. This feels very powerful. I wish I had found an enhancement arrow to throw on there. Especially now that I've drawn it. That's not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. I really need to level up Flush to have a higher base that I multiply. Ooh, even 2 wasn't enough. Yikes. I've got no discards left. I almost had a straight Flush deck going before this run, and I just barely failed one round after I got a bit too aggressive with to-do list. I thought I was fine, and I was not. Just a bit shy of finishing the round successfully. 14 out of 20 cards are diamonds. So statistically, I should be able to pull 3 more diamonds, right? Risky, risky. Or not worry about it. Because Pareidolia hanging Chad photograph add up to quite a bit. Hey! Jupiter. It's far too late for Obelisk to be the thing. I'd have to never make a flush again. Which might be doable, actually. Wouldn't be easy. Okay, I didn't pull the gold seal jack. I think I need it. Vampire food. More than I need to destroy cards. Oh, extra large blind, I'm dead. I got 165 pretty comfortably, but 3 times that? Not a chance. Hiker plus Seance. Huh. I wouldn't have thought of putting those two jokers together as being anything particularly special. I guess I have to take the flush I've been handed. I don't know. Hiker, I feel like you need to plan to have a really small deck so you can keep hitting the same cards. If you spread Hiker over a large deck, it loses most of its utility. $88,000 5 times would just barely do it, but I can't make 5 flushes, can I? Where are those enhanced cards to feed the vampire with? There's one. Is that 3 flushes now? Yes. Wasn't paying enough attention to see exactly what that did. Last discard, so I can probably make 1 more flush. And then I'm in big trouble. Yeah, spectrals are really tricky. Extremely high variance. 40 plus 25, 65,000, and I didn't pull the flush, so we're dead. Left half the deck, diamonds. What do I have? 2 pair? That'll never be 65,000 points. Oh well. Ante Seven's boss. Extra large blind, couldn't manage it. Rare Joker, huh? I guess I'll give that a shot. That's really low diamonds. Let's go for the hearts. Get 1 heart. And no more hearts. Hearts, 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 hearts. 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, weird. Oh, I guess because Sixth Sense destroys the card and you can't copy that. I feel like you should be able to copy the main action. But whatever. Half Joker. I guess this is a pair deck. Oh, I put in too much junk. Half Joker. I don't use Half Joker enough. It's too easy to forget what I'm doing. Wee Joker. So this is a deck of pairs of twos. Gonna be desperate and search for Arcana's early since I've got the Fools. Strength and Ace into a 2. I'm definitely gonna take that. Those two are... Yeah, I'm not gonna get much money, but I don't really want to foil. Joker. There we go. Basically no money. Gonna risk negative Joker. I'm gonna forget about worrying about 2s for boss, unless we get lucky. There's a 2. And I think I can survive any other pair or 3 of guide. Or just the 2. Three of a kind. Maybe. I think with 3 aces in the deck, I'm not going to waste strength on kings. Maybe. That was only 1,000 points. If I don't find some 2s, I'm in big fat trouble. There's 1. 3 of a kind will definitely finish us off. Okay. Any chips? Oh, whatever. It's negative. This will last. Spades, straights, standards. Ugh. Might be a 2. need a 3 of a kind, basically. And I don't know if that's a 2. It's not. I can't do better than a 3 of a kind and 2s. I'll add a bunch of chips. 36. 136. It's 48 plus 24. Times 23. That'll definitely finish us off. I need to find Mercury's and what, Venus? Not Pluto. Well, let's give him that. Got one more opportunity to buy this telescope. Hanging Chad and Wee Joker. That's synergy, isn't it? Add a bunch of extra chips every time a 2 is scored. Well, I pulled a single 2, so I'm going to take the money. Hopefully find better. Here. There we go. And there's 2 2s. Maybe that would eventually make flush 5s a thing, but I can't rely on that. Ace, Jack, 7, 5. Ace is the 5 is the worst. I need some good jokers. This is not the best. I'm supposed to get a free one and you stole it from me. Well, there's really nothing of value here. Splash. I need to replace the half joker for that to be useful. Oh, at least I've never leveled anything up. 18,000, I don't know if I can do that. A little tiny bit of chips. Wait for a 3 of a kind. Can probably find a 2. That means I have to average more than 4,000 a hand. And I'm getting almost 4,000 for a pair. Let's get lucky. 20 malt. 3 of a kind. And again. Okay. Mildly lucky. Seed money is one of my favorites. It's coming up. 25. Didn't I just do 40,000? No. 16. No, 18. I needed a bit more than 4,000 each. That's going to be rough. Let's pull the right planet, please. Please. Yes. It's actually not a huge increase, but I mean, every little bit counts. Oh, splash. Darn. 5,000 is not enough. I need to find a 3 of a kind. There's one. What about the 2s? Still 6 2s to find, and you're not giving them to me. I gotta do the aces. Was that 6,000 points? I don't think so. $30 plus 33 plus 100 plus 184 plus another 22 from Chad times 3. 23. Oh, that's enough. Not making flushes. I hate the credit card. Come on, planets. Mercury, good. Venus, good. Can't make another 50% every single round. It's scaling much too fast. And I never got the opportunity to make more 2s, basically. The pair got leveled up, but this time only makes me 6,000. Whereas I need like 9,500 each time. $8,000 is almost there. On average, except I'm already well below pace. 15,000 in a single hand. I don't have 2s. I just want to pull a 2 or a 6, I hope. Neither one, of course. I guess we have to hope I get lucky. That'll do it. Oh, nope, it didn't do it. Never found the taros to make the 2s, basically. among everything else I had to do to keep from dying immediately. There just wasn't enough opportunity. Of course, you give me 4 of the debuffed suit. Thanks. And you only give me a single spade after that. One away from a straight flush. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. This run is basically dead. Uh-huh. Three of a kind. Not really enough on its own. Such small chances of pulling a full house. And not even a hint of a flush or anything else to draw into. Yeah, well, those kinds of things happen. Lucky full house finished off that blind. Blackboard, really? That's really hard to trigger. And it's eternal. So we're probably not going to survive this run because that's going to get in the way later and I won't be able to do much about it. Oh man, I have to choose between you two? Not a single spade. Ah, there we go. Now we've got some breathing room. What direction do we send the deck in? Oh. Madness, really. Gonna eat my good jokers that I've already gathered. Nice burglar. Kind of. Should I buy both of these? Madness this early could make the run. Double burglar. Of course, if I take Madness, Blueprint is not long for this world. And the boss is what's coming up, so Madness won't grow. Instead, it'll destroy something useful. A double Blackboard would be awesome, except Blackboard is so unreliable. I'd need to find the right Taros. I have definitely had a Madness run. As long as you're at Black Stake or above, you basically just buy Madness and only Eternal Jokers. After a couple rounds. This is a tough call. I can just afford to buy Madness and Burglar. Or I could plan on... Yeah. If I don't take Madness, I can double Burglar and then double Blackboard, and I can work towards only black cards being in the deck, basically. With my Fools. Yeah. Let's go this direction. Yeah, it's curious, Shop Monkey. Especially with the way it's written, because where's the knife? The worst thing is that it's not what am I trying to say? The behavior of Madness and of the Ceremonial Dagger, despite them appearing on the surface to be identical, it's not. Ceremonial Dagger, if it's got an Eternal to the right and it fails to destroy it, then it also fails to gain the mult. But Madness always gains the mult, and if it's Eternal, it fails to destroy it. And everything's good. I don't know how they made that decision. Technically, I guess the wording is in the opposite order. So it's sort of, I guess, like Dagger says, destroy Joker to the right, that fails, and it gives up. And it never makes it to add double its value to mult. Whereas Madness, I guess, gain half a time's mult, it happens. And do this thing which fails, and it gives up, but it's already done the good thing. What does it... I guess there's not enough room to fit it, but it's sort of like Ceremonial Dagger should say, add double, destroy the Joker to the right, and add double of the destroyed Joker's sell value. So if nothing is destroyed, then clearly there's no value to double. But you can't fit that in this box. Anyways, I am currently leaning towards taking the burglar because I only lose 2 discards, but I gain 3 hands. And as long as I remember to move it next to blueprint, I gain 6 hands every time. And then once the round has started, move something else next to blueprint and work on making that something else be blackboard reliably. It's very hard to say, Shop Monkey. I have a personal pet peeve when it comes to the wording, primarily of board games, but this is almost like a board game anyway, and in their rules, largely because of my personal history and how much time I've spent where wording and details are critically important. It is supernatural for me to notice inconsistencies and ambiguities in the wording of things. And then I find it very difficult. Even if I can figure out what the true reality is, I've got that bad wording in my head, and I find it difficult to get past that, knowing that the wording of the rule is bad, regardless of what the actual thing really is. Anyways, let's get a world. I always forget what the clubs one is. Moon. No, of course not. Lovers is decent. A Joker might be better now. Maybe we don't need it now. There's a lot more fairness for wiggle room with actual people, especially in a speaking context. It can be very difficult to get all of your wording just right in real time as you're speaking, but in a written context in general, but especially in a mass-produced written context where you expect one person to write it one time, or some very small number of people to write it some very small number of times, and then dozens or hundreds or thousands or even millions of people to read it, I feel like it is incumbent upon you to put every possible effort into making that wording precise and unambiguous. And it really kind of gets to me the way this game words all kinds of things with its Joker. It'll say played cards sometimes, and then it'll say if the hand played hand, and then it'll say things about played hand containing something, and then all played cards, but it's not all played cards. It's all scored cards, whereas other ones will specifically talk about when scored. All right, so it's clear that if you play a card that isn't part of the scoring hand, it doesn't trigger even Steven. But which was the one I was just pointing out that did that? Anyways, they use like 3 or 4 different phrases to mean almost the same thing. And it gets to me. I see both sides of the 4 of a kind 2-pair thing. And mostly because they're listed right here as 2 different things. They're obviously different. And then whether one contains the other is much more subtle. But I can see either way being valid. So now I'm hoping we pull a world. I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3. Well, I can definitely make a pair of red cards and get rid of that, whether it's red or black, and times 3 it twice. Anyways, that was black. Whoa. Oh, is this going to make me tons of money? Sweet. Eternal holographic bowl. Don't think I want that. Oh, that makes me realize that I failed my seed money run earlier. Oh, that's extra bad. Okay. Moon World, please. Of course not. But choose 2 so I can get some money. A red thing that'll count as being black. And some money. Get more things. Yuck. Don't think I'm planning on making any of those. Ooh, I want to upgrade pair by 3 levels. Yeah, I want that. Because I think I am going to make a lot of pairs along the way of just tossing whatever red cards I happened to draw. Not this time. Gotta remember to move that blueprint every time. No tarots. I want to do pair and high card. That's not happening, huh? I guess I should work my way towards flush once I've got a lot of black cards, or almost exclusively black cards. Don't know what you are. But you're probably all clubs, aren't you? Here's hoping. Yep. Okay, world, moon. Come on. That's worthless as long as I've got the burglar. So I guess I'll take you. So I've got the slot. How long is it going to take me to just pull a single world or moon? Long time, apparently. Nope. Got to move the blueprint. We had a queen in hand. Ah, moon. I don't have room for it. It showed up here. and I can't. Whatever. Okay, let's look for fancy black cards. Well, a red seal foil stone. That'll go nicely with anything. That doesn't take 5 cards. Which is mostly what I'm doing. None of those are fancy. But queens are good. For now. Finally pull the moon and look at the boss. At least I remembered to move the blueprint. Red, 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 red. Red. Bother. No discards. Whatever. 10 hands. Red. Pair. And nothing else is leveled, really. I'll just do that. Four, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Very interesting build. Okay. Another moon. Do I want malt or money? Malt, I guess. If I use the moon, I can then use an emperor, and I might get another moon. Probably not. And then I can use a fool to make another moon. Either way, no. I'll need to use the fool before the emperor, or a fool would make an emperor. And if I do, then the emperor could definitely not make a moon. I could make a fool. Lovers is decent. What would I replace? Probably the blue joker is not doing a ton. I can believe there's a rare joker that's better than that. Let's do a fake discard. Play, because I don't actually have discards, to try to draw a third high red card to turn black. Like that. Okay, this build has some serious promise for going forward, especially maybe with whatever that's going to be. Trio. I might play 3 of a kinds. I've been mostly doing pairs, but I think I can get to 3 of a kind now. Another times 3. Sometimes. It's risky. I'm going to go for it. Got much of the deck turned black now. Do I let Shoot the Moon be the somewhat unreliable, because I've only got 5 queens, base that gets multiplied a lot? No, I think I'm going to throw back. Money, mult, 2 things. Probably going to strength jacks into queens at some point, so don't mult them. Lose money, bah. Oh, I didn't move blueprint. There we go. Oh, I don't have Shoot the Moon anymore. That's it. Contains. I think I skip everything now. What do I even want? I don't know. Steel. Ace queen. All diamonds are debuffed, but I've only got 8. And a few ones. Red, 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 red. Well, is that going to violate blackboard or what? Guess we'll find out. That should count as spades or clubs because it's wild. tested it and see what happened. It must not have. I only got 3,000. Oh, you're steel, but you're red. Ugh. I'm not very confident I can do this now. Okay, skip points immediately to draw 3 of a kinds, which would be in aces and queens. Oh, there's not hardly any queens left. 10s, 9s, ugh. I could draw another ace. 9s and 6s, maybe. Tens more likely than 9s or 6s. Okay. Gotta do the aces first, I guess. Unless I make you wild. No, I'm just gonna play the aces. Gotta do something. Now I do the 3 of a kind. Double the thing that gives me ×3 after holographic. I get a whole lot of extra points, chips, on this hand that gets a lot of ×3s. There we go. Moon. Spectral. Blue seal. Something I hold in my hand, so definitely not red. Definitely not ace. No enhanced 6s. Hold that. Come across it. I should have bought this instead of re-rolling. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. Want to skip for throw. definitely don't want to set money to 0. I don't want to spend effectively $20 on a single joker. So random enhanced numbered cards. They're going to be the wrong suit mostly. Got a 3 out of 8 chance of taking a red card away anyways. And enhancements are nice. I'll risk it. Oh, I took the Malt 10. And you gave me black, 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 black. No, at least gotta find those steel cards and hit them with the moon. Maybe lovers. 220. Yikes. Yikes. First hand is drawn face down. No idea if you're red or not. Something's red in there. So we'll play it in all those reds. Ugh, not all of them. Probably spades on the left. Oh, it's by rank, not suit. Whatever. So you'll be a pair. Let's get rid of you. Maybe draw another 8 sometime. Right there. And another 3 of a kind in hand. Nice. We are in ante 8. The Polychrome Drunkard and a Cloud 9 available. No red steels showing. Some black steels. Venus, Venus, Venus. I should have spent money, because I'm going to skip, aren't I? Oh well. Oh, very large blind. Remember to move you. Get a little bit more malt. Hope for the best. Now I pull the blue seal. I want to play you, and I can only go 2 other red cards in the hand, so I'll just waste 1 hand. I can probably afford that. To average 100,000 a hand. Which I've got, if I get 3 of a kinds and all black cards in hand, yeah, let's do them. Let's risk it. Oh, see? Yeah. Red. Steel. We're not black. You can stay in the hand forever. 2, 3. Definitely lose the 3. 10, Jack, Queen, Ace. There we go. There's that 100,000 a hand average I need. Now, I think I can hold that Jack and I'll be safe with blackboard. Only 1 other king to draw, though. please go off blackboard? Yes, good, okay. Over 200,000 and aces and more steel, but you're red. Ace, queen, jack, jack, 10, 10, 8, 4, 3, 2, 2. I think it's eights. There's only two more. I'm not going to draw all three of them. Jacks, there's only two more, but I only need one. Queens, there's only one more, so I'm not going to get a three of a kind of that. Ace, maybe. Two, maybe. Not the tens either, if I'm holding the steel. But if I've only got aces and twos that I'm going for, aces, jacks, and twos. That's risky. Maybe fives eventually. Yep, I think that's the plan. So we're throwing away a high card as a draw. And again, apparently. Fives, we're not going to pull. Nines, we might. Sevens, not likely. I can't hold all of these. Ace, jack, 9, 2. 2, 4, 8, 11 out of 26 is almost half. And I need 3 hands to actually play. This is very risky. Yeah, that was neither one of them. Okay, I'm gonna toss the twos. So now I'm hoping for ace jack, 2 nines. Which is 4 cards that would just do it. Another 4 that I need 2 up. Okay, maybe I toss them. The back. Oh, I'm mostly throwing away. I'll throw away the aces instead of the twos. Yeah. So I could draw 1 jack or 1 2. That's 5 cards I could pull. That'd just be good. 2 nines. So I'm gonna get like 1 9 and 1 something else. And I need to make 3 3 of a kind, so it has to happen now. Or I'm in big trouble. Wonder if 2 pairs and 2 3 of a kinds would do it. Haven't been paying close enough attention. Should I lose the 9? Drawing 2 nines is not terribly likely. Watch it happen as soon as I do this. That's 100,000. Yep, there's a 9 and a 7 and a jack. Good. So there's a 3 of a kind. And I can lose the 7 and the king. Yeah. Okay. It should be at least 200,000, especially with 3 steals in hand. I might not need 3 more 3 of a kinds actually. $370. Yeah. Oh, we're there. Oh. We're there. Yeah. A really burglar blueprint, but the burglar contributed a lot to that build. Ooh, okay. We got one. Is that the first one today, I think? Took several retries until we got the good build. Yeah. Skipped black deck because, ugh, black deck is awful. We got magic deck. So next up is nebula deck. But I'm going to take a quick bathroom break first. So see you all shortly. Okay, Nebula deck. Start with the telescope voucher. Good. -1 consumable slot. Bad. Don't like polychrome. To begin a run. I like it mid-run. Double uncommon. That's funny enough that we'll try it. Five, six, seven. Not confident at all. Only a single spade. We pull the 7 and the 8. 2 and the 3 or whatever. Oh! Bam. Unlikely, but I'll take it. Eternal flower pot. That, jeez, the flower pot. See, there's another one. If poker hand, played poker hand, played hand. Which one is it? You shouldn't use the phrase played poker hand, and played poker hand. And it probably says just played hand somewhere as well. It should all say, if scored hands, scored hand or scored cards. I should say that every single time that's what it means. I think I probably prefer scored hand. That's the most clear that you can fit in a really, really small space. Anyways, do I want that, given that it's free but also eternal? It's really hard to use. I don't know how you build a deck around Flower Pot. Wilds, I guess, but when you rarely find them, the Wild Tarot only makes one. And then in what hand? How do you make that one at a time wild card count for something? If they're debuffed, it's still mad. Every other Joker, it doesn't count. That is another thing that should be consistent. Either debuffed cards don't count or they do count. And I guess that has to do with the crappy wording, that the wording is actually communicating that weird detail, but that weird detail just shouldn't exist. So is it actually significant that it says if poker hand contains? So it doesn't have to score. It just has to be part of the poker hand. And debuffedness is the edge case that is communicating. Huh. I guess there's too many bosses that debuff a suit and would completely nerf Flower Pot. So perhaps I should have more leeway for these fine details. But the fact that it has to fit into such a tiny space is what makes it so hard to understand when you're trying to communicate such a significant nuance. Shouldn't have both. But yeah, I guess especially since you're saying that it was buffed, I can see people complained that there are 4 different bosses that each debuff a suit And every single one of them completely destroys this card, and that's too much. Anyways, Flower Pot seems like a really difficult card to actually use. It basically comes down to like loyalty card for me. Like you can't count on it. And so it's bad. I would probably, for free, I would take this at this point. But I think because of the Eternal, I really can't count on that being a good card the whole time. So for free, I'll take the Card Sharp, which for a long time I thought was worthless, but you can build around it kind of. You kind of have to go for the easy hands to make, like pair, so that you can make them regularly, and then your first one is basically a throwaway, so ugh. I don't think I've ever had a good Oops All Sixes run, but it's Eternal, so yeah, I guess I believe Full House is the best thing to do. Straights are still just really difficult to make happen at all. Requiring that they cover 4 suits adds significant complexity, whereas Full House, yeah, I can see more likelihood of that because you can collapse cards into ranks with Death. I don't know, pulling Death is almost as hard as pulling Wilds, but maybe with them combined, whichever one you get could work out. I'm thinking Supernova because Card Sharp wants me to play the same hand a bunch, and this also wants me to play the same hand a bunch. So I think we're going to start making pairs at every opportunity, although small blind, I will take a polychrome now for that. Let's hope I can make 15,000 points out of probably pairs. Well, there's a flush sitting right in my face. There's also a pair sitting right in my face. Let's play the pair and drop some lower ranks. It's not going to score. Well, this first time, nothing. The second time, 10, 20 by 4 by 3, 80, 240. That's not enough. Yeah, 2 suits in any hand for ×2 is great. That's really easy to trigger. 4 suits in a given hand, that's really hard to trigger. Way more than 50% harder. But it only gives you 50% more gain. So if I make pairs, first one is only worth 40. 60 points. Second one will be worth, let's just say it's 5 so for the math to be easy. 20 by 4 by 3. 20 by 12 is only 100 some points. Splash, yeah. I think Splash is the only way to make Flower Pot really reliable. Only is too strong. You know what I mean. Yeah, and most importantly with Splash, you can just make whatever hand, a small hand, that has 2 suits, and then just toss in 2 more cards, whatever you've got in your hand. But then we get straight back into the territory of, is it worth spending 2 Joker slots to just get ×3? There's a lot of ways to get ×3 out of 2 Joker slots. Is that the best? Is that something you should really be going for? There's potential for Splash to add utility. Like, not only do you just toss in whatever you've got, they can be whatever enhanced cards you've got that really buff up the points. So 20 by 4 by 3, 240. 5 by 3 is 300. 6 by 3, 360. So if I played 4 pairs, I would get like 1,000 points. I can't just start making pairs here. Not until I get more / better jokers. So we do a flush, which is also worth almost nothing to begin with. I need to make a second one, more or less. Hey! Oh, I'd really like to get some planets and jokers that would allow me to do pairs with this reliably. Polychrome ice cream. You're gonna disappear. I'll add a little more malt. Pairs might be doable now. First hand face down. Hope there's a pair in there. Nope. Yeah, that's what Splash does, pretty much. Allow you to make small hands. And then just add in extra valuable stuff no matter what it is. For whatever reason, it could be valuable. Definitely. Clearance sale. Can't pass that up. Maybe I go... What? I looked away at chat and the round was over. A high card did it in 1, apparently. Oh, I guess the chips that ice cream gave us, along with the polychrome, really added up. So do we go high card for card sharp? We've never loaded anything up and it's right there. But then what? Then we just enhance any card and play it and keep going. And maybe look for a splash or something. Sure, let's see how that goes. I had thought about it for a long time, and the other day, last week maybe, I finally sat down and I wrote out my entire personal, as I understand it so far, tier list for jokers. Do I still have that? Did I move it? Yeah, it's there now. And they're all over the place. But yeah, a lot of the commons are ranked pretty low because the utility is pretty low. But the Fs kind of go all over the place. maybe mostly the comments actually. I haven't sorted this or anything to analyze. There's an uncommon that I gave an F. There's a rare that I gave an F. I don't understand campfire at all. It's got to be really situational that it's useful, and the reset just seems like too much. Downside. There's another F uncommon. The idol requires you to basically already have a perfectly winning deck. I don't understand the Matador at all. Hardly any of the bosses can even trigger it, hypothetically. And then it hardly gives you anything. Two of the 3 rounds, you can't possibly use it. Yeah, anyways. I could go on that for hours, so I won't. Back to this tarot pack. I don't know what I want yet. Enhancements, maybe? But probably a joker. A chance at a good joker. Probably a trash joker, no matter what. There. Yeah. That'll work with what I'm going for. It's not the best, but it'll give me some breathing room. Straight? No. 10-10. Drop some low cards for better pairs. Hopefully. Whoa. Didn't even need the card chop thanks to the ice cream. Which I'm very upset that it's going to get eaten. I guess in a case like this, the edible cards should act like perishable cards and just... Well, no, that wouldn't work, would it? I was going to say just debuff when they're done, but no, the polychrome should survive eating the ice cream, in my opinion. I need interest income. And another polychrome joker. I think I can afford it while the ice cream still survives. Or replace it with something else. Yeah, I'm not saying... It's down to the fact that in every small and big blind, it's a completely dead card. In half of the boss blinds, it's a completely dead card. And in the other half, it's kind of hard. Well, you might be able to trigger it and you might not. And in like half of those, I wouldn't want to trigger it even for $8. Like especially the one that sets money to 0, that would be kind of pointless. And so it's so rare that it goes off, and I'm happy that it went off. There's so much else I could be doing with that joker slot in every single blind. Okay, so we'll make kings. And lose one of the 9s because I want to make a pair afterwards if I have to. Not the 3 of a kind. Now we probably sell the ice cream and take whatever other polychrome we get. Wrathful. Well, short term, that'll be a big loss of 80 chips, but long term, I think that'll really add up. And the ice cream's gonna disappear in a few hands anyways. You keep putting the good tags on the big blind, where I would have gotten money. Same hole, basically. Nope, not all 3 9s. Oh, pair is not working. It's very rapidly not going to be enough points. Yeah, I normally would never take these class of jokers, but it's polychrome, so that makes a big difference. I think we're dead. The whole idea of doing pairs with the card sharp is not working out. I just did 9 and mostly struggled. Another 50%. I can't handle that. And another 100%, that's going to be even harder. Whatever. I don't think I can go... I don't think I can take these spectrals, because I really don't think I can survive this boss. That's over 4,000 a hand, and I have to throw away one hand is not adding much, so it's more like 5,000 a hand. And there's a chance that I can get it from here. We'll see. Multiple straight possibilities. 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. But I can't. I won't be able to make a second straight. It was only 4,000 after times 3. Only 5. 4 of a kind. $16,000. I'll scale the supernova a little bit. I might be able to do 18, even if we don't improve here. Spades. And enhancements, I guess. Better jokers, honestly, but I've got what I've got. So, do I molt or do I make pairs more reliable? I think I'm finding pairs well enough on average. If I molt, it's going to be on low cards. I don't know. I find, unless I've gotten really lucky with vouchers, there's so many jokers. And if it's a late round where things are finally gotten really difficult, I don't want to give up one of my good jokers that I fought so hard to accumulate just to make space to cycle through selling other jokers. And the jokers aren't cheap. And so I'll lose a lot of money to rerolls just to find cards to dump again. I don't know. And again, that requires me to spend that joker slot on having the ability to spend a lot of money just to have a decent joker. Why don't I just put a decent joker there anyways? And it doesn't work for my brain. Completely stock deck still. Rank and suit wise. So I could 3 to 4 wouldn't really be all that great, so I guess I'll molt some 4s. Molt some high cards, hoping they come up. Yeah, that's more likely, sure. Because I tend to cycle through the low cards as trash. Hey John, I have no idea. It's been a couple of years since I was active in Mario Maker, and I didn't usually focus on a creator. before long, I ended up spending, I can't risk that being a 4, I ended up spending most all of my time on viewer submissions. Can't risk it being a 5. Was it to the right of a 4? Before? Yes, it was to the right of 4s, so it's a 4 or a 3 or a 2. Not a 5. Oh, we got ult. I don't know, Green Heroes. I don't find that I just naturally have a bunch of things to sell. Like, every once in a while I trigger a High Priestess and I don't want the planets and so I sell them, but if I don't want it, I didn't buy it. And if I didn't buy it, I can't sell it. I need to make 6,000 points and this isn't going to do it, is it? What did that pair of aces just make? With a mult card in it, it made 6,400. So I think my only chance is to get that mult queen that we just made. So I've only got one hand left. Hey! Unbelievable. But we're never going to last through NT5 with this build. If it was that close to losing now. Supernova will continue to scale a little bit, but that's not going to be enough. DNA could have done it if I wasn't relying so amazingly hard on all of my existing jokers. If I give up one of these and I take DNA, I'll never have enough points. If I had managed to make a bunch of copies of things before, then I could be reliably making 3 or 4 of a kinds rather than pairs. Never leveled up anything but high card ones. This build is not strong. I want DNA. It's a powerful card. It can totally make runs happen. Except not this one. It takes time for DNA's value to build up. I don't have time. That'll help a little bit. Not a lot. 25,000. I guess mostly that Empress up here made that go better than I would have expected. Oh no, do I have to go half Joker? That'd be way better than 8 malt, and I could do 3 of a kinds, except I would give up all the supernova malt if I switched to 3 of a kind, which I can't afford. Well, this is a strict upgrade, except it becomes harder to cycle through cards. Strict upgrade to scoring. Let's see what's in here first. No, 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 no. Maybe that buys us enough time for Supernova to scale more, and maybe we find another Polychromer times Joker along the way. Maybe we find a Mercury, and that helps us survive a little longer. Do I take another Polychrome? Is that going to beat 15? Yeah. I mean, Green Heroes, if you're still talking about the campfire, I disagree. It just means you had to dump a bunch of your money into being very temporarily useful. And sure, maybe you can get past one boss that way. And then it resets and you're weak again and you don't have your money anymore. It just feels like the downside is far too steep to me. If I skip for the Polychrome, this is twice what we just did. Is that enough to get us through double what we just had to go through? Because we used Empress, we used every single hand in order to get to 30,000. If we skip this, oh, Mr. Bones is pretty much my bottom tier card for largely the same reason. It's only useful if you're losing, and then only extremely temporarily. As soon as Mr. Bones goes off, what are you going to do then? You couldn't handle the round, and now you got to do the next round, which is way harder. I find negative utility for Mr. Bones. It eats up a Joker slot doing nothing besides getting you to the point where instead of losing, you really lose. Yeah. There's plenty of scaling times malt Jokers. I mean, maybe only at higher rarities, but everything is a balance. Everything you put in a Joker slot is 149 other things you didn't put in that Joker slot. Yeah, Shop Monkey. If it's negative, Mr. Bones can just relax on the side. But that's really the point of what I'm getting at. It's all about the Joker slots. Negative or Polychrome even can completely change everything, but all else being equal, do I want that card or do I want to leave that Joker slot open for something else? Oh, half Joker. I'm making mistakes. I've got 2 discards. Should I dig for an ace? Or a 9? 9 won't be reliable enough, and there's only one of them. least we got 10 rather than, what was it, 4 chips? Okay, I almost got 50,000, and I did that very suboptimally because I forgot about the half joker. And there's nothing of value here. Should be able to manage here as long as don't forget about the half joker. They got lucky with that 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need 20,000. I'm in big fat trouble. What did I do differently? Did I just not happen to get as many spades? Well, how in the world did I get 44,000 last time and not this? That wasn't on a good build. No, I would say the primary thing that worries me is I don't even understand how I failed. I was pretty confident. I got 44,000 the previous round, and that was with forgetting the half joker for at least one of those times. And then I didn't see what happened. And then I was done. I didn't even have 40. Why did I perform so differently? I don't know. Ugh. Couldn't even make a single flush with multiple discards. There, finally. I mean, I guess it must have been a couple mult cards, a couple spades in there somewhere, but I should know why I failed at least. Pair is not going to get me very much. I need 120-ish points. That's definitely not even half. Roughly half. Lucky draw. Would have been nice to have it earlier so I didn't get $0 for my hands. That's not very useful. I think I might take the 10 mult temporarily. Never going to activate credit card if I can avoid it. Boom. Delayed gratification again. I don't know. With only 2 discards, it doesn't provide much utility. I don't really have a planet to choose because what am I doing at this point? I don't know. Flushes? I don't really want to leave. Flush is the primary strategy the whole time. Because things like that happen. Draw 5 cards, get 0 diamonds. Draw 5 cards, get 1 diamond. Draw 4 cards, get no diamonds. Draw 4 cards, finally 1 more diamond. Free holographic lusty. Well, we already started going for flushes. Do we go for hearts now? And to the moon. This disappears if I don't take it now. I like it. So I'll buy it. Hearts. No, of course not. An extra holographic and the Lusty Joker's effect. I think that'll do it in one. Oh yeah. Agreed, green heroes, but I was kind of already desperate at that in that build. I needed more malt. That was the only thing that came up that would definitely give it to me. 2 edible jokers. I do not want those. Guess I'll take the voucher. Ride the bus, but I'm going for flushes, so I'm going to end up forced to too often. Specifically going for heart flushes. Oh, another holographic card. Hearts. Not enough. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I've got 3 pairs. I don't have a full house. Holographic, oops, all 6s, eh? Now I just need a good probability joker to come up. What are those? Or a lot more lucky cards. Okay, no hearts. If we manage to enhance all the hearts before we get a bunch of deaths, maybe that can be good. Oh, I've only got 1 slot. Ah. Forgot. That means you're not very useful, so I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. Clubs. No thank you. I swear, every time, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it feels like every time I end up with the tarot to make a suit, I've got the boss that debuffs that suit. Not quite, eh? madness, but I've got a bunch of not eternal jokers. Spectral. Blue seal or random stuff. So what am I not playing? A low thing that's not hearts. Can't resist a negative joker tag. It wasn't too difficult to make 9,000. Hearts. Synergy. Oh, when scored. Ugh. Whatever. Fancy hearts, fancy hearts. Oh. Holographic and bonus. I want hearts. Double. Am I going to manage 18,000? I don't know. Maybe with that holographic. Before all of these maybe times 1.5s. It went off every time. Well, that's how you beat a boss right there. Why all these temporary edible cards? Spin the wheel. Ooh, it hits. Foil onto the moon. I really wish I had seed money with to the moon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get rid of the lowest rank card we've got. It's not a heart, and turn it into a holographic heart. Combined with Bloodstone, that is kind of our win condition. Diamonds? No. Got lucky and the bloodstone finished it off for us. Okay. More discards would be nice, but not nice enough, I don't think. I'd rather just get my deck more powerful. Nothing good to hit with death. Or really much of anything else. I don't want spades. Can't fit 2 planets. Could make 1 heart, but I think I'd rather just get rid of low stuff that isn't hearts. Make drawing the hearts that much more reliable, rather than making a low heart that's not enhanced. This time we drew something I would love to hit with death, and we didn't draw death. Hearts. Hearts it is. Which is now just 19 out of 51. I'm probably going to do enough of those in the future. Let's do it after the big block, though. Remember that. I want that. Not going to do it in one. Oh, bloodstone goes off every time. Of course, because I've got oops all 6s. Synergy, synergy! I was so surprised the first time that they all went off. I forgot. Because I normally don't take oops all 6s. But look at there. Okay, so I want you. Fancy hearts, please. That's not those. I would pretty happily replace a credit card. Almost anything. Oh, like a throwback. Now we're going to skip a lot, aren't we? Banana. Don't have room for you, banana. Only one hand type. I think I can do that. So I'll almost definitely do it in one. If we get plus 10 and then times 1.5 several times and then times 2. And we got lucky. That's like a anti-8 boss winning hand right there. I'll gladly take some free money and some even cheaper rerolls. And I'll get rid of non-hearts and I'll dig for fancy hearts. Like a glass foil, except with oops all 6s, the glass is going to break rapidly. I guess it's better than an unenhanced 2. Yeah, I would normally not have picked it, but these two go well together, and the Lusty Joker pushed me towards hearts, which made me happy to take bloodstone, and got a good economy going. Yeah, it's working. We are eating the ice cream pretty quickly. Hearts. Oh, it's gonna be better than Hanged Man. I can only take one of them. Haven't found the right vouchers. I don't want holographic anymore. I might want spectral. Oh. Only got 2 discards, so that's a flush right there. I might as well play it. It's not hearts, so it's not the most powerful, but it's something. Now this can just discard. More hearts, please. Oh! Those are high enough. I'll use this and have a slot to buy something into in the next shop. I wouldn't even do that now. I'd have to find several Neptunes and pass up the Jupiters. Which is part of the problem. It's hard to make straight flushes and not have already built too far towards something else. Fancy hearts, please. Like that. That's happy. Fancy hearts, please. Ooh. All kinds of fancy. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, maybe. There was a while I was going for some of the enhancements and unlocks, and I was doing it down at White Stake, and yep, that was a lot easier. Okay, I'm kind of crushing. Oh, 60,000 in one hand. I think I can still do that. Did I just do that? Oh, I did the throwaway diamond flush first, but then I scored like double that in a single hand. So yes, I can do the boss. So I'm going to take spectrals. What am I hoping for? Probably like the blue seal. Or I don't know. Let's see. Oh, for buffing Floorback, I forgot about Throwback. Gold seal's not awful. Purple seal. Probably a little late to worry about either, honestly. Economy's pretty strong. We'll go for the purple. I really want to draw one of those holographics for a bunch of luckies. Hey! Well, I think this will do it. Don't forget about Throwback. I should be skipping pretty much every time. Let's destroy some things that are low and are not hearts. And low because maybe the remaining high cards will get, what is it, star something? Ooh, ooh, ooh. More holographic arts. I think they're really carrying us. Ooh, that hanging Chad with the holographic 2s going first. Assuming we pull it each time, that would be a lot. Would it be more than a holographic Lusty Joker? Like 2 more plus 10s before 5 times 1.5s. Or, well, before the 4 other, it's 100 mults. I don't have Supernova. I wouldn't value it very much necessarily. Yeah, it's economy. And I got a lucky Wheel of Fortune, I think, to turn it foil. Yeah, the way I play, this is basically $5 every round, guaranteed. Unless I get a seed money, then it's even more. And no, I could switch it out, but we're doing well enough that I don't need to. I'm just thinking about the hanging Chad. I think that's 100 mults. No, I need to do the whole thing, don't I? Okay, so if we have 5 hearts, yeah, I don't have enough faces. Some, but I got way more non-faces. And it's the holographic 2s that are really doing things. I managed to make several of those, well, 3 of those, enough of those. If I keep things as they are, the effect of Lusty Joker is three, and then 1.5. From Bloodstone 5 times, basically. And all the other stuff happens, but this is really what I'm concerned about. So how am I gonna math this out? That's 59. Call it 60 mult. Oh, that's true, Green Heroes. Throwback was a much more recent acquisition. Okay, so instead, if we go 7 times, because oh, this particular comparison doesn't really work. Let's take the 18 base. Okay. So if we start with the 18 mult that Flush gives us right now, and 5 times we, whoops, start with 18 base, 5 times we add 3 and multiply by 1.5, we end up with 196. If we start at 18 and 7 times we multiply by 1.5, we're at 300. So it's already way better. And if I manage to put a mult or a holographic card first, then it's way, way better. So yes, I am replacing Lusty Joker with Hanging Chad. It's higher variance if I miss that Molt card, but way higher performance if I hit it. And I should consider to the moon at this point. We're close to the end. I don't need economy as badly. Every face card is another times 1.5. I think that's probably enough to replace it. All face cards are debuffed. Great, great. Should have waited. That happens a lot. Maybe that uncommon will replace Sock and Buskin. We got the fancy 2 right off the bat. And you. And you. You and you. I'm expecting big things from this. Half a mil, okay. If we Sock and Buskin next time, that'll be even more. No, that's not going to replace Sock and Buskin. Nothing's going to, necessarily. It was just that boss that was debuffed. I'll take... it's not that important anymore. Fancy hearts? Hearts. Face hearts are now fancy by definition. Malt. Yes, malt. Strength is not going to do much for me. Star is not. Devil, meh. Spin the wheel? Nope. Word anti-8. I did 400,000, 500,000 chips last boss. So we'll take some extra malt. Not that. Ugh. That hardly matters. Only one of you is plus. Only one of you is times. That has to be to the right of that. So I don't care about the order very much. Amber Acorn is fine. World, no. Death, yes. Hermit, not anymore. What's the lowest value thing I can turn into holographic 2? Okay. Don't have room for that. I don't really want... any different jokers. Ice cream got eaten much more slowly than I would have expected. Definitely don't want spades. Don't need money at this point. I guess I'll take it over Devil. That would only indirectly eventually give me some money. That'll do big things for this boss. That was a fun pull so early. I think we got lucky twice on that 7 somehow. It was going too fast. I must have misread it. 7 million points. And we didn't break the 2, did we? The glass 2. Oh, it's still there. Amazing. Well, there's another purple sticker. I don't think it'll be too long, so we'll have fun and see how long this lasts. Your pure utility. Your pure times. Something like that order. Fancy hearts? Nope. I mean, legendary jokers are legendary, yes. I don't know what that one does. I have seen them so rarely that I can't really remember their names. Kings and queens give times 2 more. I mean, if I had been building towards that Sock and Buskin, but that was a very, very late addition. I don't have that many kings and queens. The stickers just track progress. So there's the stickers that go on the Joker. And there's also... No, what? Maybe I'm using the wrong word. What I really mean is that. I filled in that box with purple. I have basically been doing each difficulty across all the decks, trying to fill them all in. So I've got blue stake on every single deck, and everything before that complete. So purple, orange, gold remains to be done. Just going for completion, basically, in increasing order of difficulty. Wheel, hanged man, spades, wild, joker. I guess we'll get rid of some non-heart things. I am always primarily targeting just having fun. And having enough fun playing this that just having a thing to do as my goal is really what I'm looking for. I've only got the one slot. I'm not going to take that right now. With oops all sixes, I think I'll go magician. Well, we just crushed that, but that was thanks to the class card. And you're that boss. Okay. I'll take a big pile of money, sure. Now we need a bowl or something. Okay, one by one, get rid of the cards we don't want because of what this boss is. And then play the best things we can play. Too bad we've only got the one face. See what I was saying about how few faces I've got? The initial draw and 6 more cards, I only got 1 heart face. Let's see how this scores. It's going to be hard to get more hearts with this boss at this point. We might be okay. You get triggered an extra time. So I want you to happen after the potential for adding a bunch of malts. I want you to be early so that your plus happens before all the other times malts. Okay. We got lucky at least twice. 1,000,000 points. Bam. But 1,000,000 points a hand is not going to last for many more antes. Maybe one more. Spin the wheel. Got some foil. I think we have to blueprint Bloodstone, right? So what do we give up? It's going to have to be Oops. But Oops is powering Bloodstone. What do we sell to make room for Blueprint? I think Bloodstone is what I want to copy most. 4 times? I kind of feel like it's got to be Changing Chad. I mean, that was big gains, but twice Bloodstone. But doubling Bloodstone on all cards rather than just 2 more Bloodstones, basically. But it was 2 more pluses and Bloodstones. I think Hanging Chad. Maybe Suck and Buskin. It's not negative, and it doesn't do much for me, actually. It's like 1 more Bloodstone sometimes, but not very often. Yeah. I think the Sock goes and we Blueprint Bloodstone. Well. .5 times 1.55 times is times 7.5. Yeah, I'm thinking Sock. As long as we can put a really powerful card first, Hanging Chad adds a lot. And I'm pretty regularly putting that holographic card first. So that's plus 30 mult before almost all of the times mult is a lot, as long as we can do it. Whereas at most, this could be 5 extra activations if it was all face cards, maybe 7 extra activations. Whereas this is basically guaranteed to be 5 extra activations. And I'll take you with no chance to activate your second half shortly. And we'll dig for fancy hearts and get some. And more fancy hearts. No, but I'll take a blue seal. Spin the wheel. Ooh, it hits. Hanging Chad. That's at least 2 activations on the wheel in a single run. I think 3, which is amazing. Steal, eh? Sure. More money. More money. Spades are debuffed. Ooh. Ugh. Okay, I want your potential for plus to come before your... Oh, plus, no. Highest plus first, which is you. Chance of high plus, and then all the times it's. $20 million. Blueprint is definitely pulling its weight. We did that a lot earlier. It's useless without per KO, more or less. We really need a money scaling. Something. Oh, we're definitely not destroying a bunch of fancy hearts. And I don't want that either. Your chance of giving me something good is worse than your chance of destroying something good. Fancy hearts? Fancy enough. We need quite a few more, but might as well take it while I've got the money. I mean, yeah, but I've got the money, sure. It can't hurt. But I'm not going to make it too many, whoops, and many more vouchers showing. I mean, I don't think I can really power up much in the shops, so yeah, we go skip for throwback. All heart cards are debuffed. Oh. Oh. Well, there's this run. I mean, you're not going to trigger. I didn't even look to see what was coming up. Yeah, should have. And actually have the money to do that somewhat practically, but well, 58 million. No chance. No chance if we're not activating the Bloodstone a whole bunch. Yeah, we're very dead. Oh well, I knew it couldn't go that much longer. We might have been able to handle this boss if it wasn't this boss. 200,000. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Boop, 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 boop. Even worse. Yeah, okay, we're done. We're done here. We're definitely not going to manage to beat that boss. So that means it's time to say thank you, everyone, for dropping by. I hope you've had a wonderful time. And I hope I get to see you again next time. But until then, bye-bye.